A political setback for the Telangana government's big OBC push and sharp reactions from leaders from the backward classes in the state after the Telangana High Court stayed the government's notification GO number 9, which had granted 42% reservation to backward classes in local body polls. The reservation would take the reserved category of seats well past 50% and was challenged in the courts, Vasudha.
That's right, Veera. The stay in fact puts on hold the notification for the local body elections in the state. It also raises question marks over that process. It's an important political push for Chief Minister Revant Reddy. And Veera, the final order in this case could have an impact across the country. Sharp reactions came in from backward classes leaders and also from the state's minister in charge of the backward classes, Ponnam Prabhakar, reiterated the government's commitment to implement the reservations. So, Veera, how do you think that Revant Reddy government is going to, in some ways, address or overcome this crisis? Do you see this as a setback for the Congress government in Telangana?
Oh, absolutely. Not just for the government in Telangana, though it's only an interim stay order at the moment, Vasudha. The final order in this case would have national ramification. Remember, it's a big, ambitious push for the Congress as far as its OBC push in Telangana is concerned. That's been its core base. And this is something that the party believed could change the dynamics in the local body elections. Remember that local body polls was notified. Now there's a question mark over whether it will be conducted without this reservation or whether it will wait for whether the court order, the final order, will be awaited for before they conduct that election. So it changes multiple dynamics in terms of seats and candidates. And remember, Vasudha, one very important aspect, that local body election considered politically very important for Revant Reddy and the Congress in Telangana. Despite all narratives, they still seem to have had the stronghold in the rural parts of the state, which delivered them that victory in 2023. So it'll be interesting to watch how this plays out. And as I meant, the legal and constitutional ramifications perhaps beyond Telangana when this final order comes.
That's right. And Veera, remember the whole political play out with regard to this particular issue. We saw the BJP blaming the Congress party for not doing enough and just for posturing and not really doing what, say, Tamil Nadu did. And the Congress blaming the BJP and centre, saying that it is in fact stalling this reservation, this increase in the OBC reservations for local body polls. So the local body polls that are coming up in Telangana are also going to be seen as a litmus test, not just for the Congress and the BJP, but also for the BRS, which is in some ways trying to come up. Our colleague Uma Sudhir joins us with more details on this. Uma Sudhir, take us through what has happened in the court today and how is the government looking at this?
When the issue came up in the Supreme Court, ministers were rushed from here. The PCC chief went from here as though they were going to have last-minute briefings with the legal counsel there and tell them about the stand of the government. Subsequently, yesterday they had a hearing for more than 4 hours, and again today for a couple of hours before this order came out, and the court went on very technical issues. They spoke about, the triple test and so on and so forth, and that's the reason why they have come out with this order. One saying that there is an interim stay on the GO9, or rather the process of local body polls notification, which actually happened today, that has now been put off. 4 weeks time has been given to the state government and 2 weeks time again for the petitioners to respond to it, which means 6 weeks to go before anything can proceed forward. But what the BJP is saying here is that the Congress has actually been enacting a drama, because they knew very well that this would not stand legal test, and that's what they are holding out against the Congress, saying that knowing fully well that this cannot stand the scrutiny of the court and of the triple test itself, the Congress here went ahead without doing a proper, what is called a dedicated committee to put out empirical data. What they're pointing out is the survey data was not made public. It was not subject to public opinion being sought on the figures that were coming out, and also about proportional representation within the BC, and of course the 50% ceiling we always talk about. These were the arguments that were given. So
important case to keep following, Uma. We'll keep a close track of that, Vasudha. But of course, the big OBC push and the OBC politics playing out in the state that you're tracking very closely heading in for elections.
That's right.